This is review for the exponential and logarithmic functions test. What is the equation of the transformed function g of x if the logarithmic parent function is translated right 3, so that means it's the opposite direction, so that would be minus 3, and up 7, that's in the same direction. So your equation would look like log of x minus 3 plus 7. Describe the transformations that map the parent function to y equals negative log x minus 2 plus 4. You've got several things happening here. The negative here means that it is inverted. The minus 2 here tells us that it's moved to the right. Remember, that's the opposite direction of the sign, right 2. And then the plus 4 tells us it's moved up or translated up 4 units. On your test, you will have to graph and match each graph to a parent function. So if you graph y is equal to 3 to the x power, so you would put into Desmos or either in your graphing calculator y is equal to 3 to the x power. This is your equation. I have a graph, and you would just simply match this equation to that graph. I'm asking you to expand, so you're going to use your properties. When you have a quotient, remember the top minus the bottom. Your power says anytime you have an exponent, you bring that out in front of the log. So to expand this one, you would have 5 log of x minus 4 log of y. To condense it, you're going in the opposite direction. So if you brought your exponent out in front, this means that that's going to be as a power. So we're going to have log x to the 9th. Plus means you multiply. That's going to become an exponent, so y cubed. And this also is going to be an exponent, so that's z cubed. So you condensed it to one logarithm. Rewrite in exponential form. Remember, your base is always your base, so you have 2, and then whatever it's set equal to is equal to 4. And remember, these are always true statements, so 2 squared is 4. Base is always going to be your base. So 81, for this one, you're writing in logarithmic form, so you're going to have log base 81. All right, so if you're reversing it, remember the number that was outside is your exponent. So log base 81 of 3 is equal to 1/4. Vertical asymptotes for your equation. When you're talking about vertical asymptotes, you're looking at what is with your x value. And remember, that tells us that our h value is the opposite of the sign. So you have a vertical asymptote located at x is equal to positive 7 for this one. For these, whenever you're asked to evaluate and you don't have an equal sign, remember you're going to set it equal to x. And then you write it as a power, so you have 4 to the x power is equal to 1 over 1024. So we need to write this as a whole number. So I have 1024 to the negative 1. And then you're going to go to your calculator and you're going to see what power you can raise 4 to. That would give you 1024. And that's going to be 4 to the 5th power times a negative 1. When your bases are the same, they cancel each other out. So we have left x is equal to negative 5. Tell whether each equation or graph represents an exponential growth or an exponential decay. Remember, for growth, b has to be greater than 1. For exponential decay, b has to be greater than 0 but less than 1. Positive exponents, that's less than 1, so that's a decay problem. Positive exponent, that's greater than 1, so that's a growth problem. This is a negative exponent, so we have to flip it. So we have 5 over 6 to the x power. This is less than 1, so that's a decay problem. This is greater than 1, so that's a growth problem. Positive exponent less than 1, that's a decay problem. This is the same thing as 3/10, and it's negative, so we have to flip it. So we have 10 over 3 to the positive x power. That's greater than 1, so that's a growth problem. Greater than 1, that's a growth problem. Less than 1, that's a decay problem. Just remember your rules up here. If it's greater than 1 or between 1 and 0, always make sure you're talking about a positive exponent first. Percent of increase, percent of decrease. Again, increase is going to be greater than 1. Decrease is going to be between 1 and 0. So for this one, we subtract. So we say 3.1 minus 1 gives me 2.1. I move my decimal 2 places to the right, so that's 210% increase. This one is also greater than 1, so I say 1.029 minus 1 gives me 0.029. Move it 2 places, so that's 2.9% increase. This is less than 1, so I say 1 minus 0.893, and that gives me 0.107. Move it 2 places, so that's 10.7% decrease because it was less than 1. Greater than 1, so 6.2 minus 1 gives me 5.2, 2 places, so 520% increase. 15.8 is greater, so I subtract 1 from it, so that gives me 14.8. Move it 2 places, 1,480% increase. This is less than 1, so I say 1 minus 0.7. That gives me 0.3, 2 places, so that gives me 30% decrease. Greater than 1, so 3.565 minus 1 gives me 2.565, 2 places, so 256.5% increase. Again, greater than, so I subtract 1 from it, so I have 1.3, 2 places, 130% increase. Again, remember your rules. Want to know if it's an exponential function, yes or no. Remember your exponent has to be an x, so this is yes, exponent, yes. Exponent's down here, no, because it's not an exponent, it's in the base, yes. Exponent's base, so that's a no. Exponent, yes, yes, and yes. That's about it. So good luck on your test on Monday. Make sure you look back over and see if you have any questions.